Let's do it.
What's up, Internet? It's your boy, Rich Malachy, here for Season 2, Episode 2 of the Care Factor Podcast. I am here with Malachy, parts specialist, warehouse manager, jack of all trades, Steffen Mack, return of the Mac. You know that he'd be back.
Hello, everyone.
So we're down here. We're going to shoot the shit a little bit. Talk with you a little bit about who you are, your journey in life, the way you made it to the food equipment service industry. So let's start by telling everybody your name, where you're from, how old you are.
Well, Steffen Mack. I am 33 right now. Got a birthday coming up at the end of this month.
You. Happy birthday.
I basically came to find myself here at Malachy Parts and Service.
You from Bayonne?
I am born in Newark, raised in Jersey City.
Okay. Where in Jersey City?
When we first moved out here, we were living on 38 Park Street. And after that, we moved to Old Bergen Road.
38th
right
and Park.
in the Greenville section of Jersey City. I lived there for about 15 years.
Okay.
Came over here to Bayonne. I'm on 29th Street now. I've been there ever since.
Oh, yeah, we're making noise. All right, so, yeah. So, all right, cool. So now you're in Bayonne, right?
Yes, I am.
Living in Bayonne. What were you doing before you got to Malachy?
Before I came to Malachy, I was at a place in Jersey City, refrigeration repair shop / refurbished refrigeration, stove, oven, microwave. Basically, store. We sold refurbished appliances.
All refurbs, stuff like that.
So I sold and I delivered.
Okay.
So I had a little knowledge as far as refrigeration repair and stove repair, stuff like that. A little bit of microwaves.
Okay.
It was cool.
Yeah. How long were you there?
I was there for 5 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything before that?
Before that, I was at there was a place. It was basically a book printing company. They were called Merrill Corporation in Newark.
Okay.
I basically made books.
All right. There you go.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So you've had a little journey, and now you're here. You're with Malachy Parts and Service. How long you been here?
I'm going on
2 years, 3 years.
2 years would be March 19th. Would be 2 solid straight full years.
Okay. All right. So we got 2 years in. So let's talk about your journey in this company and in this industry so far. So if you think back to year one, you just came through the doors. If you could think back that far, what do you think your thoughts were when you first started here? What you thought of this business?
Well,
because we'll get to what you thought then versus what you think now.
Well, I'll never forget the first night I came in for my interview. I remember coming upstairs, seeing you in the office, telling me to come in. I was nervous as shit because I was told to be at a certain time, and being that I was working at the other job, I was running a little behind.
See, I don't even remember that.
So when I got here, I was a little nervous about it. But once I met you, you explained everything to me. I saw how everything was cool, and I'm the type of person that if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. So when I saw how the breakdown was and what I would have to be having to do, I told myself, of course I can do this. You know? And look, I'm here now. I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm a lot wiser for it. You know, I'm very appreciative for the people that are here that has helped me to get to where I'm at. So, it feels good. It really does.
Well, good. So, so let's talk a little bit about the job that we do here. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, food equipment service. Cooking, refrigeration, dishwashing, HVAC now, all that stuff. Let's tell the Care Factor Nation out there a little bit about your daily day. What are you doing? What time are you getting in the morning?
I'm usually here about 6:50 a.m.
All right.
I come in a little earlier just to prepare things for the technicians.
Meeting and greeting with the techs that do come in here in the morning.
We have some of our techs stop in and pick up parts for jobs.
Right.
Make sure they get their parts and they get out the door timely fashion so they can get to their job sites very quickly. After that, then it's on to the vouchering and part orders and receiving.
So people out there obviously may not know what vouchering and all this stuff is, but obviously it's really basically checks and balances for the purchasing that we're doing here. So that does take some time consuming, because that's listen, those are the numbers. Those are crossing T's and dotting I's, making sure we're not paying more than we should, and double paying and all that other good stuff. So yeah, you got that going on. You're doing some parts orders. You're assisting with service. Geraldine.
Absolutely. Whatever our service manager requests, I'm there for her. Looking up parts, checking on technicians at job sites, making sure things are coming in.
A lot of research sometimes.
A lot of research.
So you're a problem solver.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I mean, I'm sure there's things that are going on all day that are outside the job description that you probably just come across and you got to handle.
Hey, it's
people, you're probably doing things people don't even know you're doing.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I say that because I remember when I was doing that, and you know, you're doing so many things all day long, and it's like all of a sudden it's 4:30.
Yes. Yes. But it's the thing about it that I like is that it's always consistent. You know, we're always moving.
Yeah.
We have to move fast. We have to keep things moving. So with it being like that, it makes the day go by real smoothly.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about as well as more of your day. One of the big topics in the office every day is lunch. Mm-hmm. Would you say that?
We'll say so.
So let's say we got a lot of women up there with us, right? Doing their thing, working hard, getting things done.
Yes.
Is the main topic up there lunch every day? Let's put the girls on blast right now because they're all going to listen to this.
Well, you typically hear every day what's going to be ordered around 10:30, 11.
Around 10:30, you know, we start the lunch talk. What time does lunch probably get ordered?
They start talking at 10. They may order at 12.
It's a couple-hour process to figure it out.
It's a couple-hour process. These women are very picky about what they want, and want what they want.
Yes, they do. So, you know, obviously, talking about parts and everything. What about equipment? What have you seen, I would say, from the time you started to now, an upswing of equipment and installation and everything else? What do you see from your position?
Well, from what I see is that a lot of the equipment that we bring in here for the service is always top-notch. It always seems to be in best order of physical condition, I would say, when it comes into us.
Well, let's talk about that. And we're talking honest and truthful here.
Yes.
We ain't worried about nothing else. Which me and you talking right now. What happens when this stuff comes in and it's all shitted up?
Well, if we get anything that's that's basically shitted up, like you say, we can't receive it. We have to send it back on the carrier which it came, because we can't be responsible for something like that. If we take anything in, no matter how much that costs, we own it. It's ours. And with it being me, I look at it in the sense that I own it now. As a whole,
yeah.
You know, like
you signed for it. It's on your back.
There it is.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that we talk about here, especially going to 2019. You know, accountability. You know, and for us, you're here. You see how it could be a little crazy. So accountability, I feel like for a company like ours, and there might be other companies out there, it's tough to hold people accountable when you know that they're doing 50 other things outside of what they're really supposed to be doing. So one of the things we're going to be drilling down is actually job duty, accountability factors, so everybody knows this is what Steph's here for. This is what This is what Rich is here for. I just ate the microphone. This is what Rich is here for. This is what Samantha. This is where we have job descriptions. Because when this equipment comes in, I mean, this is a big part of what we're doing. We're doing tons of installations.
Tons.
I mean, this stuff's coming in it's coming in hot, and you know what people don't see is the stuff behind the scenes, which is why we have the YouTube and why we have all this stuff going on, right?
Absolutely.
To show them.
To show the sweat.
These things don't just...
The strength that goes behind all this stuff.
Yeah. The equipment doesn't just end up in place and works.
Exactly.
There's people. People driving this.
People that care, too, because if you don't care, then it'll definitely reflect in your product.
Yeah. I mean, we're building on care, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I push that big time. And we're out there doing it. And at the end of the day, I always say care is communication. So I mean, obviously we're doing all that stuff. Unsung heroes of the warehouse, of the service business, that don't always get the accolades, which are guys like you in the background, behind the scenes, that are crucial.
Absolutely.
To making these things happen.
But it's good just having the self-recognition, knowing that I can, when I leave here at the end of the day, feel good about what I accomplished.
Job well done.
So that feels good, and it's I've never had a job like this before. So I see all the advantages and I see all the opportunity that I have before me. Yeah. And I want it. Who wouldn't want it? You know what I mean?
There is such opportunity. It's a big business. I mean, the industry itself is a big industry, big business. And we're over here doing the best that we can. I feel leading the way here in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
I think we're the leaders.
I think we're the best.
Me too.
Period.
Me too.
Period. There's nobody that competes with Malachy. No one.
That's right. So let's continue to talk about the grind, man. The grind. And we gotta talk open and honest. I don't care if listen, we gotta be truthful for the Care Factor Nation. The Care Factor Nation needs the truth about this business. All right? So let's talk about some things. What are some things, and I want to know too, I want to know for me, this probably is a question I should ask in the privacy of my office with you. What are some things I want to know what some things you would change? I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know if you have anything off the top of your head, but was there anything that you would change or would do differently? And maybe we should start instituting? So just maybe talking about reorganization of things and the way you feel about things. Tell me how you really feel, man. Don't worry about it.
As far as changing anything,
everything's perfect?
Everything is not perfect, but our system that we have is working. There's always room for improvement, but right now we are working and we're doing what we can to the highest capability that we have.
Yeah. Well, I'll start the conversation, maybe try to help you. I'm going to start the conversation with the people out here because I would love to get some feedback from everyone. I mean, everyone knows how to get in touch and start conversations. Talking about the flow and the organization of what we're trying to put together here. Mm-hmm. We have tents outside. We have things. I mean, what would,
Well, right now, the flow which we're trying to accomplish is to have an easy and as well-balanced way about moving our equipment around in our warehouse as far as storing it and also keeping a good track and storage of our warranty equipment that we have that we must take care of because that is something that's important that must go back to our manufacturers.
That's right. Sometimes they request the stuff back and
we better have it.
We gotta have it. We gotta make sure we bring it back in one piece and get it crated. All that stuff. These are all things that are going on, and I'm bringing these things up because these are things that go on behind the scenes that nobody sees. Mm-hmm. And there's dollars. We talk about money and profitability. There's dollars attached to everything. You come at a price. Everything that's happening here comes at a price. Mm-hmm. And because there's always talk about service companies. When you come across new customers, and sometimes old customers that why are you charging so much, or how could you charge so much? We're giving fair market price for the quality of technicians you get, for the caliber of care and everything that goes into everything we do behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And we sell time.
Absolutely. A lot of times people, they see, I'm pretty sure every day somebody sees a truck unloading something or bringing something somewhere. You may see a pallet in your car. Oh, God damn it, this fucking truck's blocking me while I got to sit here behind this truck. But you may look at them like, but that's some serious shit going down right there. That's, if not hundreds of pounds, tons of weight that's being moved around, So you may not see that, but there's some serious stuff going on when you see these trucks moving this equipment and stuff like that. It may look like it ain't nothing, but it's definitely something. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, from your perspective, working in the business, shipping and receiving. What are you seeing out there in the market from being on the phones with people and talking with people? And
well, basically from what I can tell is that a lot of people now, when they tend to want their parts or whatever they're looking for as soon as possible.
Of course.
So we try to...
Now, we're living in a world of now.
We try to meet their demands the best ways that we can. But a lot of times customers don't want to pay for that time, and when it comes into stuff like that, we have ways where we can work with customers. We have vendors where we have great relationships with, where we are able to meet a lot of these quotas that we have here and standards for our customers, which is real good. I'm assuming that's why they continue to call us back. That's why they continue to give us business. Mm-hmm. Everything is pretty like you say right now. So
we're in a now world for sure. So
we definitely moving.
Yeah. So
we are moving.
Steph, talk to me, man.
All right, bro.
Get real with me. I want you to
like
get
this.
real with me right now.
My mindset behind this whole job here is that I know that the job here is not easy. It's tough, which makes it challenging, which makes it good because you're challenging yourself. But I think about it like this. There are days when you wake up, you're tired, you don't want to move. If you're able, not that it's easy, but if you're able to train your mind in the sense that you know that you need to have something done to get it done, then you won't have any problems. You won't have any doubts in yourself. Mm-hmm. Everything will be smooth. This is how I think about stuff when I get up in the morning. I'll be tired. You know how when you're going somewhere, and for instance, if you're not going to work, you were going on a trip with your friends or your family somewhere. No matter how late you go to sleep the night before, you wake up early that next morning with energy, like as if you went to sleep, they got 10 hours of sleep.
Because you're excited for where you're going.
Exactly. If you can,
that's a good point.
If you can put that mindset to everything, then you're always going to be good. You're always going to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. That's how I think.
Yeah.
If I can get up and tell myself, oh, I feel good about going to enjoy this, then I can feel good about going to enjoy my job, especially with the people that I work with.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point to bring up. You know, if you're out there and you're not in a place that you're happy to go to, that sucks.
Absolutely.
You got to wake up with like butterflies in your stomach and like a pit in your stomach or something like that along those lines. It's like, I got to go into this building now and work with people I don't care about and do a job I just hate. That's one of those things. And I talk about, you know, with the guys that I watch on Gary. I bring up Gary all the time. Like he's a big proponent of if you're living for the weekend and vacation, your shit's broken. Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to. You don't have to understand the way life is and stuff like this when you're saying, well, you need a job and stuff like that. But you don't have to go and feeling like that. You don't have to.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. I know it's not easy to find work. I know it's hard out here for everybody.
Yeah.
But if you can genuinely tell yourself and put your mind to it, you can accomplish it. You get it done. If you tell yourself, yo, I can't do this at this job no more. I can't, these people, whatever, I got to find something. You'll find it.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it, you'll find it.
If you tell yourself,
if you can tell yourself, I'm gonna go to the store and buy this or that or this, then you can tell yourself, yo, I'm going to be able to better myself. I'm going to be able to find something better. I'm going to be able to find people that care. I'm going to be able to do all of these things because that's your mindset. You're going to be basically live your reflection. If you look in that mirror and you see yourself looking good, you live that shit. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it.
Yeah.
You gotta, man.
Yeah. Listen. I mean, listen. This is a lesson for all the kids out there. If you're someplace that you hate and you're just moving along and going along through life, you got one life. Quit that shit.
Your life ain't going.
Find something else. And be happy. Find whatever it is that makes you happy. So I think that's a good thing to talk about, which I appreciate because I feel like that's a good reflection of the company and of myself because you're happy coming in every day.
Absolutely.
So I mean, and that's what I'm looking to go for this everything because Malachy cares. Yes, it does mean to care about the customers and our vendors, but the main thing for me is the employees. Everything starts from within the core of the company, and knowing that you have somebody, you know, wherever you work, if you have somebody at the helm that gives a shit about everything that's going on within his organization, I mean, you're gonna see wondrous things happen for your company.
Absolutely.
You know, you're gonna have people coming in like you that want to work, that care, that want to help their teammates around them. We win together, we lose together.
Absolutely.
Nobody does this alone. We can't do it alone. It's not possible.
We have to care about each other before we can care about anybody else. If you don't give a fuck about what you're doing or care about yourself, then you're going to be nowhere. You're not going to be able to do nothing. Yeah. That's why I say it's not easy. I know it's easier said than done, but if you can really sit down and tell yourself, I'm going to do something, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Yeah. That's it. If you tell yourself I'm going to do something, you're going to do it. No matter what it is. It'll happen. Yeah. It'll happen for you. I know life, like I said, is hard. You may look like, oh, I can't quit this job. I can't do this. Trust me. You'll find a way. If you want to make it, you'll find a way.
Yeah. I agree.
You have to keep that mindset. You can do anything.
I agree. So here we are. We're talking about some core values, I think, that most companies should have. Caring being one of them. Urgency. So I talk about urgency a lot in the business. I talk about urgency because we live in a now world. Man, tell the people out here your thoughts on urgency. Why? It's one of our core values here at our company, Malachy. But the Care Factor Nation, the millions of people that are going to hear this one day, millions. I said it
already.
Let's talk about urgency, man. Urgency in business and in life. It's necessary.
Absolutely. You never, with me, it's an old saying, but you don't put off what you can do today, tomorrow. You
gotta have that mentality, man.
If you can do it today,
tomorrow.
If you can do it today, then it's done.
There is no tomorrow.
There's no more of you thinking about it. It's gone. It's out of your mind. You did it. It's gone. That's it. You don't have to come to it the next day or say, I need to go back to do that. Sometimes you never make it back. Then what?
It's true.
Then you lost.
You got to handle our business as it's happening, man.
You just gave yourself a loss because of lack of initiative to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? I know we all get tired. We all may say, it's not going to hurt. But realistically, if you don't wake up tomorrow, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to hurt. Nobody's going to... I feel as though the urgency here, with it being one of our care values, is something that we all here take very seriously because
we have to get things done for people.
Exactly. Who wouldn't want?
On to the next. So, Steph, let me ask you. If you could travel anywhere in the world, man, where would you go right now?
In the world, I would say, I've always wanted to go to like a place that was more. It may sound a little weird, but like when you see pictures of like Scotland, I know it sounds a little weird, but just how calm and peaceful it looks out there, how their land looks, everything just looks real nice.
Are you Scottish?
Slow,
what's the difference, lassie?
Chill.
Europe, maybe.
Absolutely.
Right? Scotland.
Absolutely. See, one thing with me when I was in school is that I love world history. So world history to me is interesting because you get to learn about what the other countries were experiencing, going through at times where they were teaching us about our history, what we were going through in the time that we have. So to me, that's real cool, especially to anything you can learn new is cool. Anything you learn new is cool to me because it's interesting. History is interesting. So with me, with something like that, I would want to go to Europe, maybe Africa.
Okay. It's a long-ass flight.
Hey, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
I just did Japan 14 straight. I think Africa's a little even further.
I've never flown on a plane before. I've never went anywhere to where I've had to fly on a plane. I've been places. I've just never flown anywhere.
You've never been on a plane?
I've never been on a plane. I've never... See, that's another reason why I love the position that I'm in now, because now I have opportunities to where if I wanted to go somewhere, I can. Before, I wasn't able to do this stuff because of where I was and how I was thinking about my life and stuff that was going on.
There's some training stuff going on down at Sefesa this year, so
soon as
have to look to get you going on that level, on those classes. Favorite fast food?
Favorite fast food right now, I would say.
Let's go. Quick, fast fire, rapid fire.
I don't really eat fast food like that. I'm gonna go with.
Everybody's got favorite fast food. Come on. McDonald's, Popeyes, KFC.
No, not even.
Chick-fil-A.
Nah. Not that there's anything wrong with any of these brands. It's just that I'm just not one to.
What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food then?
All right. Well, my favorite food is I like to cook. So anything I cook, I like. But typically, what I like to cook the most, I would say, is baked ziti. I can make a real good baked ziti.
Oh, yeah?
Any kind of pasta dish. I love pasta. Potatoes, anything. Like
pasta action.
I love that. It was funny.
I think I might have some pasta tonight. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? I would say blue.
All right. What were you going to say?
Because I was going to say it's funny because the potato, like pastas, I've never met anyone who didn't like potatoes. French fries, baked potatoes. So it's like
of course.
who doesn't like potatoes? You know what I mean?
Listen.
It's funny.
Listen, we're repairing tons of fryers out there, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's eating all these French fries. Smash burgers and McDonald's and Burger Kings. They're all. Smash burger fries. Really? I never had them.
Yeah.
I think I had. I can't say I had smash burger one time. I think like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I've never tried.
And I never had it again. I don't know. Nothing against it. I don't. There's none around me.
Yeah.
So. All right. Listen. Let's wrap this up. Before I wrap this up, I just want to say this is season 2, episode 2 here with Steffen Mack, Return of the Mac. So we're here.
He never really left.
You see, I got Steffen magazine right here, front and center. If you want to be a ongoing sponsor for the podcast, please reach out, because that could be you. We could do some. You could send some shirts, some hats, some gear. We could plug you. We could let you know what's going on. We could send you some sponsorship options.
Whatever you send, I'll wear. You see me working in it.
That's it. We could insert ads in the middle of the podcast. There's so many things we could do. So get in touch with Angel at malachycares.com. And we don't normally do this, but we're going to do an impromptu. This is going to be spam.
Hello, this is Tom. I'm calling from the Healthcare Enrollment Center in regards to your inquiry for health insurance.
It's Tommy Boy. All right, so that was a little extra for you here. All right, so listen, we're going to close this thing out. Hit us up for sponsorships. We're going to be doing podcasts weekly. If you're interested in being on the podcast, definitely contact us. There's a million ways. You know how to get in touch. This is the Care Factor Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2, Rich Malachy. I will see you on the next one. Peace. The next time we do one, don't worry about being politically